This question states that Christian purchased 6 1/3 pounds of jelly beans for $2.34. What is the unit price? Keep in mind when we use the phrase unit rate or unit price, we're talking essentially about the same thing. We're talking about unit rates, we're talking about cost per pound, cost per ounce, whatever that may be. When we talk about the unit price, even though it doesn't necessarily specify cost per pound, generally our unit price is always going to be cost per whatever that weight of the object is, ounces, pounds, things such as that. Sometimes it's per item as well. But in this case, if we want to find the unit price, we want to take our cost, which is $2.34, and divide it by the number of pounds. Often students will think they have to divide the bigger number, which in this case is 6 1/3, by the smaller number, but for unit price, again, we want that cost per pound. Generally, we're going to take that money divided by the other item for most unit rate situations we're talking about. So we're going to take $2.34 divided by 6 1/3 pounds. When we do that, it's going to end up getting us this really long decimal here, the 0.36947. It keeps going in the calculator per pound. We do want to round that to the nearest cent, so keep in mind we look at those first two digits after the decimal point. We're currently sitting at 36 cents, followed by a 9, so we're going to round that 36 cents up to 37 cents per pound. So we can write it like this with the dollar sign in front and the decimal point. You can also drop the decimal point and the zero there and use the cent sign after it, but you have to drop the decimal point in order to do that. I'm just going to keep it in terms of dollars per pound here, but this is 37 cents per pound.